Hi, this is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm here to introduce you to the Zola Elements. Now this is a beautiful line, it's so colorful, and it's been such a joy to work with. As you can see, I have a lot of projects here on my table, but before we dive into our main components here, these beautiful colorful pieces, I want to start by talking about these tassels. So these are just really beautiful and just gorgeous tassels, and you can just see how truly long they are and luscious. They're nice and thick, and they have a nice little sort of side profile there. But what I love about these is that it gives you many options for finishing. So let me just kind of show you on the top here. So when you receive a tassel, it will come like this. So you'll have two strands at the top. So you can actually do some really fun designs. You can, of course, we have a couple videos showing you how to do this, but you can loop it through a closed jump ring. You can also add it to chain, but one of the unique things is that you can actually add it to and do some pearl knotting. And in this case, we did some gemstone knotting. So I just want to show you this other cap that we have. It's a little slimmer there. So we have two different styles, just so you can see them side by side there. So this is a little bit more of that slim cone shape. Again, it has that nice little side profile as well. But our designer Julie, she took it and she actually did a little bit of knotting up here to add some gemstones to the bottom, and then continued to add some beautiful chain. Now speaking of chain, this is Zola Elements chain as well, and it just is so beautiful and colorful. All right, so let me actually take a second to show you some of the other colors here. I love this multicolored one. I just love it. It's so beautiful, and you get all that vibrant color coming through. And this is a good chance for you to see just how full these tassels are. So we have some multicolored ones, some beautiful blues, greens, of course red is classic, and we also have some lovely blacks and browns and sort of grays as if you want something that's a little bit more neutral. But speaking of that chain, we actually have it up here. So this is the chain used in that project, but we also have a little bit more of a primary multicolored chain. And this is just so full, and it's actually really nice to work with. It's very reminiscent of like a seed bead chain. So if you're interested in working with that, it's a great opportunity to get some of this chain. And then for some more delicate chain, I just have a few little extra pieces up here. And it's nice. This finish actually almost looks like a beautiful like brassy copper. So it's really great. It's going to lend to that sort of worldly style that the Zola Elements is going to be really, really popular for. All right, so if you're not into the super colorful, let me draw your eye down over here to some of these pieces that are just more straight metal components here. So we have these beautiful pieces. These are lovely little paddle segments. Now you can actually separate these off of the eye pin that they come off. So if you just wanted to use one or two, you could do that, but it does give you the option to create a beautiful little fringe. In fact, this one is really neat. It actually comes on a little triangle frame, and it is just ready to be connected to a necklace, a pair of earrings. You can also add a little patina, a little color to these, so just some really beautiful fun stuff. I love this one. It actually comes on a ring, and those paddles are a little bit different. They have a little bit more of a kind of sharper edge to the bottom as opposed to that just sort of hammered flat style. But if you are also interested, there are some beautiful little sort of antique silver finish on some beads here. And then I just love these. This is kind of a nice little moon-shaped crescent curve kind of thing that's happening here. And I just want to show you this piece in particular. So this actually is very neat. It has a little well on the inside, and you can see that it has 3 little braces. But what's really lovely is you could actually string some cord down through there, or even do some wrapping of wire on top of that. So just some really great fun stuff. And this, as you can just see how large it is in my hand there, you're really getting the opportunity to make something that is just really, really lovely and just such a statement piece. All right, so those are for the straight metal lovers here. But if you're looking to, again, add a little bit more color and punch, these are the sort of main components of the Zola Elements, and these are the beaded components here. So what's really nice is, let me just start off up at the top here, and I'm just gonna kind of work my way down. Some of these components, I just love the color combinations because they're very unexpected. Like in this one, we have a beautiful beige and a kind of opal in the center with a blue. I love this mint green with the little pink gem in the center there. It's just so nice and so lovely. And again, you can just see sort of next to my hand how small and delicate some of these pieces are. So you can really just have fun incorporating these into your designs. And I just love the sort of mix of metal finish that you can get from this because you're still getting that beautiful pop of color. So we have some more drops coming down here, definitely easy to incorporate. And then here's a unique little piece. It's actually a little link, and you can see that all I did was I made a super simple pair of earrings by adding a little white tassel to the bottom and adding an earring hook at the top. But it's that beautiful global chic kind of a style. It's nice and elongated, but you still get that nice bright pop of color in there. All right, and here, speaking of connectors, here are a couple other connector pieces, and these are probably going to want to use a little bit more for a necklace. But again, just beautiful color combinations, and I love this one. It's got that beautiful kind of gold and purple and blue. It's just so classic, but really shines out. All right, so we have some other big pieces. And again, this is getting into that really nice large focal piece here. Another connector, and then speaking of connectors, I actually have this tri-connector that I made a pair of earrings, and I just did a little chain swag at the bottom, added a wood bead. Wood beads are going to be great to go with this line. It's really going to drive home, again, that global chic style. And then also over here, I have some other little pendants and connectors. And these up here, these are actually little aged seed beads. So they have that nice little sort of crackle to them that, again, is that nice sort of style. So we've brought in a lot of things really recently that really go together. We have the wood beads, the aged seed beads, and now we are introducing you to the Zola elements. So we really wanted to give you stuff that would coordinate really beautifully. All right, so one of the last things I'm going to talk about here is some of the chain. Now this is turquoise chain. This is actually the Zola chain. So this is really beautiful, and what I love about it is it's sold by the foot. And if you're going to make this little bracelet, you'll have extra little components afterwards, so you can use these little guys as connectors. So let's say you want to make a matching pair of earrings. Utilize all the little links in the chain to create something brand new. But I made this in 2 different colorways. I also did this in a full video, so if you're interested in this design, you can find that out, and the links are going to be below. And one other thing I want to kind of talk to you guys about is I have some finished chain up here that comes together really nicely in a bracelet, and it works really nicely into those slide ends. But don't forget to use some of the Zola elements as just that little extra teensy little pop. So right down here, this was just an added little pop of purple to that bracelet, but we have these little teensy charms here that you can just kind of add to a little bracelet or to the bottom of a necklace. And they even work if you just add it to a nice little long earring hook. So it doesn't have to be complicated. And that's one of the things that I think we all love about this design is it can be as simple or as sweet or as extravagant and just stack it up. It can really go a lot of different ways. All right, so I am so proud to introduce the Zola elements to you. You can find all of these supplies by heading over to Beadaholique.com.